everyone, and welcome to our finished renovated house tour. If you haven't been keeping up, basically my husband and I bought a house in January this year. We knew going into the new year that we wanted to start flipping more houses here in St. Pete. The original idea was to flip it and sell it because we actually haven't done anything like that. But as we were working on it, we realized like if we could keep this and use it as a rental, that would just be like the better way to go about this. I also did a weekly vlog series where I documented the whole process. If y'all want to watch that, I'll probably have it linked at the end. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with this tour. I do want to start off by talking about the floors and the paint color that I chose. The paint that I did everywhere is Sherwin-Williams Drift of Mist. It's my new favorite color by them. I think it's like the perfect neutral. It's almost white, but it doesn't lean too white, and it's also not too gray. I think that's kind of where everyone goes wrong with these like house flips, is they do everything gray because they just think that that's a neutral and that's what everyone's gonna like. But if it leaves a little too cool toned, it doesn't feel very cozy and it feels very stark, and that's why people always end up changing it. I think this color is like the perfect mix of neutral, but also very cozy and bright. For the floors, this is something that in hindsight, I think I would just do vinyl over top. We did vinyl and like where we added on, which I'll show you later. I was really wanting to save like the character and like this nice hard wood. Now after we've sanded and restained it, I'm realizing it was never really that nice of hardwood, and it wasn't really worth saving, and it cost us like the same price. Anyway, we ended up putting a stain. I think it looks fine, but if I were to do it again, I would put vinyl over top. Now when you first walk in, there's kind of this like hallway which leads you to the two original bedrooms and bathroom. We'll start off by going into this first bedroom. This is definitely the smallest room in the house. It's more of like an office, and if you can tell, I'm really short and I'm almost touching the fan. So for the light fixtures in here, I decided to do just these really small fans in both bedrooms. I think they fit perfectly and they just kind of blend in. That's pretty much it for this little room. For this second bedroom, it's not too much bigger, but still super cute. Good size, especially for a house in St. Pete. I do like that both of them have these nice windows for lighting, and I have that same fan that I just showed you here. Now directly across from that second bedroom, we have a nice little linen closet that was, well, I guess it was here originally, but the door was actually inside of the bathroom. So we closed that off and put the door here, and we added some nice little shelving in here. Now follow me into this first bathroom. This might be one of the biggest transformations in the house. If you remember what it looked like before, or if you want to go back and watch, this whole room was like blue. We completely tore everything apart and started from scratch. So my vision for the bathroom, I knew I had to keep it neutral, but I wanted to do something different than just like a gray or white vanity. I found this wood looking one on Bed Bath & Beyond. I think they have the same one on Wayfair as well. But I wanted to mix kind of old and new here, so this vanity to me is a little bit more like modern. I also like how the wood in the vanity kind of pulls from the natural wood floors, adds a little bit more character. For everything else, I wanted to keep it a little bit more traditional, so mixing that old and new like I just said. Like this mirror has more of like a traditional style to it. All the tile we used is from Floor & Decor, so I did this large format tile here in the shower. One, because it's easier to install, and two, it's easier to clean, especially when you have renters. I also think it looks really timeless, so I chose this kind of taupey marble looking stone, and I think it turned out so pretty. I think it's actually one of my favorite things about the bathrooms. Now something I've realized throughout this process is my signature is doing a patterned floor. I think the bathroom is somewhere where you can have fun with tile and patterns, so I have this pretty little patterned tile floor that kind of ties everything together. Now back in the living room, and this is an interesting little layout because I'm still kind of trying to figure out where you would put everything, but I think you could do kind of a sectional here to your right. And then as for the TV, the only thing that I can think of is putting like a TV on this wall and having it come out, because I think over on this wall, it's a little too close to the door. So that's something the renters can figure out. But I have been like racking my brain trying to figure out how you would style this living room, and maybe y'all can let me know, but that's the only thing I've come up with. The dining room is right off of the living room, and we did add this kind of archway, partially to cover up the AC, and then we just mirrored it on this side so it looks intentional, and I think it adds a lot of character. I think it's a good sized dining room, and I did add this little light here from Wayfair. It has like a linen texture on it, and I think it's so pretty. Now moving on to the kitchen. Originally, this whole area was walled off, and I knew right away that if we could add some sort of bar or open it up in any kind of way, that that was something I wanted to do. There was a door here, so we just totally got rid of that, made this a bar area, and we kind of created this galley style kitchen. The wood flooring did not continue in here, so I knew that we had to either try to find vinyl to match or do tile, and I think tile is just a better option. I think if you try too hard sometimes to match things up, that's when things get a little bit sloppy. So I just did this pretty kind of concrete looking tile from Floor & Decor. For the cabinets, I decided to go with white. I really wanted to play around with color originally, but it got a little bit more expensive, and when we realized that we were going to make it a rental, I just went with this like renter grade white. I think white is timeless. Sometimes people hate on it, but it's timeless and pretty and bright, and I feel like everyone wants a bright, pretty kitchen. The original kitchen had about 2 cabinets and a refrigerator. So we upgraded and we have a dishwasher. We did like a stainless steel sink. All the fixtures are brass again. This is actually the same faucet we have in our house. It's from Lowe's. The ceilings are really low in here, so we did these like shorter cabinets, and I feel like everything just looks very seamless. There was originally nothing here on this side of the kitchen other than 2 giant windows, and as much as I love natural lighting, we did have to cut our losses somewhere. We kept the one window that is in front of me right now, and we decided to cover these 2 windows up so that we could have more cabinet space. We put the stove here, and we have this tiny little microwave from Whirlpool. It's so cute. This is like the perfect space to use it. And I know I did a whole video talking about the countertops, but we did do quartz, and they have a very slight veining in them. We decided to take the same countertop and use it just as our backsplash instead of doing like a whole tile backsplash to save money. So I feel like we could do that somewhere later on, but for now, I think this looks good. So right off of the kitchen, we have our little mudroom or laundry room, whatever you want to call it. There was originally a door here, and we took that off, made it open, kind of made it all one space, and then I also added this arch kind of detail here that mimics that arch in the dining room. And down these steps is the actual laundry room. We continued the same cabinets in here to add more like pantry space and storage, and also to make it feel more like one space and flow a bit better. To the right is the door to out back. Obviously we have our washer and dryer here and a water heater. And to the left is where you enter to the primary bedroom. So this is the room I think I'm most proud of. This was originally the garage, and we decided to turn it into like the primary bedroom and the 3rd bedroom. We decided to do vinyl flooring in here because obviously you couldn't continue that wood. This is what I kind of wish we had just done throughout the entire house, but you live and you learn. So if you watch the vlogs, I don't know if you remember, but I was trying to figure out the whole layout of this room, like where I wanted to put the closet, where like the door to enter the room should even be. Originally I wanted to put it on this wall, but that got a little complicated with like, will the door be in the living room, will it be in the dining room? I'm really happy with where we put it here. And originally I was going to do one big closet on this wall, because I was like, oh, I mean, everyone needs closet space. But I was like, wait, will that look weird at the front of the house? That you're just looking at like a blank wall, there's no window there. So we decided to take this window, add it here, split up the closets, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. Any natural light, I will take it. And these closets are just super cute and like the perfect size. When I decided to do that, I was like, well, what do we do with this weird negative space underneath the window? And I was like, oh, wait. I am gonna add a cute little like reading bench, and that's exactly what we did. I think it's adorable. I think it really completes this whole space. Lastly, I'm going to show y'all the primary bathroom. So it's the same design as that first bathroom. I wanted it to be similar, but not exactly the same. That first bathroom has a bathtub. You want to have like at least one bathtub in a house, so we kept that one, but we made this a nice walk-in shower. Same tiles, same fixtures. This is the same vanity, but a double vanity. That was something that we really wanted to add because having a double vanity is a game changer if there's a couple living here. These mirrors are from TJ Maxx, and again, they're similar to that one in the first bathroom, but they're not exactly the same. I got them for a really good deal. If you can see this light, I got this from Lowe's. I think it's very pretty. Same vibe with the brass. I love it. Also, we put a pocket door here, which is nice and it saves a lot of space. I did quickly want to show you just kind of an overview of the backyard. It's not much of a transformation, but we did add a fence, and there is this really nice little back porch area that I'm obsessed with. That is our finished renovated house tour. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the whole series if you watched that as well. It's definitely something I want to continue with. However, I do think this is probably our last full house transformation for a while, but I have a lot of videos planned for y'all, so get excited. Please comment down below, request whatever you'd like to see, and that's pretty much it. Please subscribe if you enjoyed and give this video a thumbs up. I will talk to y'all later.